Welcome back to the channel, and here we have the Union Pacific Corporation stock as it fell 3.69% on a green day on the S&P 500. Now, railroads are typically one of the main components of index stocks because they are probably one of the best stocks to hold on to because they do hold true blue to their value. They're typically blue chip stocks. But this week we have a potential rail strike starting at midnight 01 on Friday Eastern Standard Time. So here we have CNBC. Railroads say that they won't lock out workers as negotiators meet with Labor Secretary Walsh. So the deadline to avert strike is midnight at Friday, and that is when the NTSB and the PEB come down with their cool down period. Railroads have already started diverting freight. A strike could cost the U.S. economy more than $2 billion a day. Quote, the railroad have no plans to lock out workers Friday should negotiations not be successfully completed, as the Association of American Railroads told CNBC. Now, the AAR usually comes up with all the standards and all for railroad operations. So in local news for Chicago and much more of your urban populous cities that have commuter railroads, Metro Amtrak trains will possibly be canceled due to freight railroad strike. So here we go. Chicago Southern Metro trains won't be running Thursday night as the commuter rail service braced for a possible nationwide stoppage by freight railroad workers. Those workers are set to go on strike on Friday and if agreement isn't reached, and while Metro is not involved with negotiations, some of its lines are owned and operated by freight railways. If a stoppage does happen, there will be no service on Friday on the BNSF, UP North, Northwest, and West lines. So that is some of your busier lines that Metro owns. It's really hard. I mean, I'm not sure of the numbers, but it's thousands and thousands of people daily that use that line commuting in and out of Chicago. So here we have a Twitter post by Charles Duncan. Amtrak is canceling long-distance services ahead of possible freight rail worker strike. This does not impact folks in the Northeast, but it does not include several lines in the South and North Carolina. So this was put out as of, doesn't give a time and date on it, so September 14th about an hour ago. So the Southwest Chief Empire Builder, California Zephyr, and a portion of the Texas Eagle, City of New Orleans, Coast Starlight, Crescent, Lakeshore Limited, Silver Star, Sunset Limited, Texas Eagle, and suspended service starting tomorrow, the Auto Train, Capital Limited, Cardinal, and the Palmetto south of Washington. So this is a lot, especially if someone actually had tickets to go back home or something, they might be stuck or stranded depending on how this plays out. So just on other strike news, I mean, there's really just Amtrak canceling, loss of $2 billion. There's a lot going on the inside of how they can prevent this strike from happening because it will be detrimental to the supply chain. In other news, we have the inflation that came out at 8.7% overall, 0.1% higher than anticipated, which brought the markets down yesterday over 3 to 5%. So unfortunately, this was not that bad, but it was not expected to go up. And this is kind of the push on wholesale cost. People were concerned because that gas prices and energy prices went down, that everything else would go down with it. But that was not the case for August 2022 inflation data. So overall in the market, today was a green day, nice recovery day from what happened yesterday. You can see yesterday we gapped all the way down at the worst at about 5%, and we saw a little bump up. So I think the next couple of weeks will be kind of sideways, anticipating on what the Federal Reserve puts out next, the 20th and 21st. on interest rate. If they increase it by more than 75 basis points, we'll see another big correction, and honestly, I see that as a buying opportunity. Thank you. Until next time, smash that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you guys Friday, and make sure you watch my shorts. Thank you.